Yo, what's going on? I'm gonna be talking about why I do not make vlogs in Japan, and I don't think more people should be making vlogs. Actually, I think we need less vlogs in Japan. No more vlogs in Japan, especially if you're a foreigner. You know what I mean? So you guys got to think about it. I'm in Japan, guys. I'm in Japan, guys. And the thing is, I keep getting requests for people for me to do like vlogs and whatnot, and it's like, how long can I keep doing vlogs where it's just like interesting, you know what I mean? And that's not even like the main point that I want to get here. Like, Japanese people don't do vlogs, right? They don't do vlogs, right? So why should I? And that's the thing. Like, when I'm getting suggestions to do vlogs in Japan, it's like, would Japanese people be doing vlogs in Japan, you know? And like, I just got here, guys. I just got here 4 months ago. People are telling me, go into the grocery store with a camera, go into all these establishments with a camera and whatnot. Like, it's just like, if you were a Japanese person, now you got to think about it from the Japanese perspective. I see as a viewer and someone that's behind the screen and like just viewing me for my YouTube channel, it might seem like a good idea and to like request vlogs and whatnot, but when I always tell myself the reason why my channel was able to grow is because I just tell myself, press the record button, talk for 10-15 minutes, and then upload. If I start doing this, going outside, have the camera out with my tripod, and like set up shots and like just do that and this and a third, and then have Japanese people they would literally move out of frame because they don't want to be recorded. And I live in Tokyo, guys, and so like if I'm inconveniencing a lot of people, not just myself, because I don't feel like editing, I don't feel like doing a lot of that shit, you know what I mean? And like I feel like beyond just the personal demands that vlogging would take of me, like it's more of an inconvenience than you might like in text like understand, because you're not in Japan. Like, and that's the thing. Like, like if you go back to my old videos on my channel, like I'm more than okay doing vlogs in my home city. I'm more than okay than doing like showing the day in the life in Washington D.C. because I'm in Washington D.C. I'm in I'm in America. You know what I mean? People in Japan take their privacy very, very seriously. So like, and the thing is that like if I'm in Japan, right, and I'm trying to make a good impression in my environment, in my communities, guys, like I most people, especially if you're a foreigner, do not want to give the impression that like you have the potentiality of like just invading someone's privacy, having other people's faces on camera, um, gimmicking like Japanese experiences that are like day to day to them. So like the grocery store and all this, that, and the third, like it's not a good look, because you guys, especially in the current climate of like what social media personalities have definitely come to this country to record and interact with, like, and I was trying to make a point of this before in some of the comments that like, and even in my Discord, like there's Johnny Somali, there's a whole bunch of other TikTokers, there's people from the EU just making light of Japan's like desire for civility, calmness, and then just recording all of that and then like broadcasting it to the internet. It's just not a good look. Like, it's just not a good look. And if I'm here, like I'm not some random TikTok person. I'm not some random streamer from LA, you know what I mean? I live here. Like, I live here, you know what I mean? And so if you guys want to get the day-to-day life, I can only do it like this, you know what I mean? I can't and most people that want to live here and actually have a life here, and a lot of the people that I've spoken to in my Discord and my other communities have like have that desire to like live here, you know what I mean? If you move here, if you're planning to be here long term and you want to leave a lasting good impression on the Japanese people, just stop the vlog and shit. Like, don't put your camera in other people's faces and other people's spaces And more often than not, and if you're in Japan, you're not like, you're not only worried about your own space, you're worried about the collective environment. If I pulled out my camera and just started talking on the train, a lot of you guys would understand that's not okay. It might be okay in Washington D.C. It might be okay in New York City. It might be okay in like some other European Western countries. But guys, like the civility, like the read the air is something that's very important in Japan. And if I bring out the camera, if I'm just doing anything that's very foreigner, like I'm not ever gonna be like viewed in the way that I hope to be. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be like another black guy talking loudly to a camera. I don't even like, even if I was whispering to the camera, or if I don't know, like guys, I'm able to be as personable, as expressive as I can be because I'm in the confines of my own house and it doesn't disturb anyone else. But if you are a vlogger, you see what people have done in the previous years. We have Jake Paul, Johnny Somali, like a whole bunch of other people that have come here with the intent to be entertaining in these Japanese spaces, when these Japanese spaces aren't meant to be entertainable. You know what I mean? These are places of civility. Like when you go to the konbini, people are just doing the regular, paying their bills and like just trying to get a snack, and then you're just doing like, oh my goodness, look at all these onigiris, mukbang time. Like guys, I don't want to be that. And like just from like, because if you look at my channel, I could have done that. I like the editing, I like the filming of it, but again, it doesn't matter what I want, it doesn't matter what you want behind the screen. I am in Japan, and like I'm trying my best, and everyone that comes here, especially if you're trying to be here long term and not seem like a tourist, you could go to a Sensoji temple, you could go to Tokyo Skytree, and you could be a tourist with your tripod, and you'll be considered a tourist, you know. But I live here. I don't want to go to the grocery store and then have everyone, like, what's it called, just perceive me that way. You know what I mean? Because I live here now. This is where I'm living, you know? This is gonna potentially be my second home, you know? And so if you are a person, you know, in whatever country you are, you don't have to put yourself in a position where you have to be perceived as a tourist, because doing shit like vlogging, doing shit like just pulling out your camera and not really respecting other people's spaces, and then like capturing other people's faces and invading their privacy. And then a lot of establishments within Tokyo, they also don't want you to record in them. So if I'm going to the grocery store and I'm trying to make a food haul video, I can't record in there. If I'm going to the bank, I'm not supposed to record in there. If I'm walking down the street, maybe I could walk down the street and then show you guys, but it's like, it's just the street, guys. Like, I don't know how much you guys want to see of that, and I don't really care to post that. A lot of the stuff that I do involves people, establishments in my day-to-day, and it's just like, from the viewer perspective, I could see how that could be a little bit disconnecting, but I have to be respectful for the people that I engage with, the establishments that I engage with. And it's very important as a foreigner, someone that is not a Japanese resident, for me, for you, if you ever come here, that you respect what the social demands are. And just like different social etiquettes, which is completely something that you're gonna have to explore. But again, I'm not in Washington, D.C. anymore. I'm not in the West, I'm not in the U.S. anymore, so it's very important that, especially in a very high context society, I know the social etiquette in order to not just blend in, but also see myself thrive. Because when I'm going to the grocery store and I'm doing all this, or when I'm going to the bank, there's certain cues that I have to do in order to not seem like a fucking crazy person. And if I busted out my fucking camera, I would fucking be like, you know, fucking like, what is, like, they're gonna kick me out. They're gonna think I'm fucking the next Johnny Somali. I'm already black, dude. Like, it's like, it's already just like, you know, it's not the best case going on. You know what I mean? When it comes to like social rapport and like people feeling comfortable. So, That's something that I'm very considerate of, and that's like the main reason why I don't want to do any vlogs. I get a lot of comments on why don't I do vlogs. I just don't think a lot of people should be doing vlogs because this is not the country you should be doing vlogs in. Japan has already, in the last couple of years, especially when the yen dropped, experienced very, very cultural changes. When it came to the Mount Fuji Family Mart, when it came to Johnny Somali, 6 years ago, Jake Paul, and a whole bunch of other stuff that are just complete disrespects of the culture. I do not want to like pile on to that. And like, I might not be doing anything wrong. I could be as respectful as I want, but pulling out the camera, talking to the camera, and just being completely disconnected to the people around me and how they feel is something that I just cannot do, and I just don't think majority of other people should be doing, because it's very important, especially if you're coming to a new country, if you're coming to Japan. Be very, very considerate of the people around you. Just point blank. It will get you far in life, and that's like the main reason why I don't want to do vlogs. But there's also like smaller reasons, like I don't feel like editing it. Again, it takes a different kind of like charismatic personality to navigate the spaces like Japan with a camera in your face. Like, because Japanese people are gonna give a fuck about you, walk around you, cross the street, fucking hide their face, and let them know that they actually do not fuck with that. But in my home city of DC, like, they might say, "What's up, vlog?" They might even partake in it, but it's like completely different situation here. And then the editing, it just takes more work. I like to get my videos out every other day, and I just don't think I could do that for you guys if I was like doing vlogs and shit. And yeah, but truly speaking, like, focus on like just really understanding the context that I'm in, and then that you'll be in if you ever want to move here, and then understand that like pulling out your phone, vlogging, it's just gonna make you seem more like a tourist, more of someone that's like not as socially interwoven into the Japanese society. And then yeah, I wish I could have been more funny this video, I'm not gonna lie. But it was just like, that's kind of just where my headspace was. I get a lot of comments about like why don't you vlog, why don't you do this. Those are the main reasons why I don't vlog. It's just kind of like, I don't think people should be vlogging, and like vloggers in Japan specifically have ruined a lot of it. You know, it's just they taken something very good and pure and then like turned it into something really what it shouldn't have been. You know what I mean? And again, I'll list them again: Johnny Somali, Logan Paul, and a whole bunch of other people that like have just made it not as comfortable for Japanese people in their home country. You know what I mean? And I don't want to contribute to that, you know? So hopefully this explains why I don't enjoy vlogging, but hopefully I can get more positive video out next time. But I really appreciate everyone that has been sticking to my videos, have just really taken part in like just engaging with my channel and all my other outlets of interacting with you guys. Really appreciate it. Hoping to get more videos out. I leave for Cali in just a couple days, so I'm hoping to like record, schedule some stuff, and then keep you guys busy when I'm back in Cali. So peace, boom.